ma'am, Vice Principal ma'am, Research Director, college committee members, program coordinators, heads of all departments, teaching staff members, and non-teaching staff members. It is an honor to welcome and introduce our chief guest of the day, Mr. Raj Cherubal, CEO of Chennai Smart City. Mr. Cherubal graduated from the University of Michigan, majoring in nuclear engineering, and started his career as a development manager in 1999. From 2004 to 2006, he worked as a software development manager for iNordics. And from 2006 to 2007, he served as the vice president in the Center of Civil Society. From 2007 to 2009, as a part of the Janagraha Center for Citizenship and Democracy, Mr. Cherubal and his team promoted decentralized urban centers, mayoral systems of governance, and area sabhas to promote meaningful public participation. He has also written and worked to promote decentralization of government and the good urban governance. Sir, I think I speak for everyone when I say that we are very grateful that you accepted our invitation and joined us today. Finally, and most importantly, I would like to welcome all the students and the award recipients of this year. Congratulations to everyone in advance. At the end of the day, I'm sure we're all going to make memories and celebrate our achievements through what has been an extremely mind-warping year. Additionally, I would like to specially mention the organizers and the student council members, my dear teammates, who have put in an insane amount of effort to plan and coordinate every minute detail to ensure that today happens. It is not an easy task normally, but especially so when we're all stuck behind a screen. But I think that us being so distant from each other just makes it more important that we come together today. College Day gives us an opportunity to evaluate our achievements throughout the year, not just as individuals, but also as an institution. However, when we look back at this year, the first thing, the most obvious thing we see are all the things that went wrong. But today, we're going to look at all the things that went right. Award recipient or not, I urge you to look inward, to ask yourself, what went right? And no matter how minute it was, it still went right. So without further ado, let's get started. And again, my warmest welcome to everyone today for the 16th annual College Day of Sri Shankarlal Sundarbai Shaswan Jain College for Women. Thank you.
Thank you, Shreya. This academic year was indeed filled with all kinds of ups and downs, but we as a great college definitely were able to do the best and presenting to you report for the academic year 2020 to 21 from our beloved principal madam, Dr. S. Padmavati.
A very good day to one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to participate in the 16th annual College Day celebrations. And we have the chief guest, Sri Cherubal Ji, with us, the CEO of the Smart City. Sir, on behalf of our college, my heartfelt thanks to you for instantaneously accepting our invitation to be the chief guest. And we, the college, salute all the GCC members for the wonderful work that you are doing to serve the society and ensure that the safety and security. I appeal to all the participants in the Zoom as well as in the YouTube to cooperate with our GCC and make that we are COVID-free Chennai. Thank you very much. The highest education is that which does not merely gives us information, but makes our life in harmony with all existence, says Rabindranath Tagore Ji. On this scintillating afternoon, I extend my hearty welcome to everyone who have gathered here for the 16th annual College Day celebration. I deem it my privilege to welcome our chief guest, Sri Raj Cherubal Ji, the members of the management, faculty, students, parents, and the press fraternity. I owe my thanks to Bala sir for introducing our chief guest of the day, and I welcome him. Today, we are witnessing the celebration of our prestigious institution's 16th annual College Day. With great pride, I want to share that the success of our institution lies in imparting the education with harmony to all our students. Together, we'll build our future leaders, entrepreneurs, and social activists. This academic year commenced on the 1st of July 2020, and we had the students induction program for 4 days from the 18th of August to 21st August. And the staff orientation program took place between the 1st to 3rd of September 2020. On the 13th graduation day, we have 791 students of the shift 1 and 473 students of the shift 2 who will be conferred with their degrees. And I'm very happy and also proud of our students who have secured 5 university first rank in the various streams. You can see their photographs also. And our faculty members have been awarded with many titles for the good work that they have done. The members are presented here for your concern. Coming to the co-curricular and extracurricular activities, Swachhata Action Plan, an initiative of the MHRD of the Government of India. Sashun Jain College has been a very pillar of support and taking up all the initiatives of the Government of India, which focuses on the greenery, water management, waste management, energy management, sanitation, and hygiene. We have signed an MOU with ICT WOW for recycling the waste paper, and the sessions have been conducted by MHRD, Government of India. The National Cadet Corps. We have two cadets being given to us, and there are 35 members in that. And I'm very proud to say that our NCC officer had taken the intense training in Gwalior, and she has returned just weeks back, and now she is a full-fledged NCC officer of our college. Forums. Sashun Alliance with Industry ensures that the college has got a tie-up with professional bodies, academia, and also industry. This year, we have initiated 8 new MOUs, and we have signed 41 MOUs so far. Sankal, a wing which takes care of the add-on courses and the value-added courses of this college. We have initiated an MOU with Institute of Cost and Accountants of India, which will enable us to have an accredited center of the institute, and also ICA Edu Skills to provide skill education. I'm also happy to share that STEP, a program with Indu, has been signed, and all the first year students have taken up the certificate course on that. Shashan Shakti Cell caters to the needs of the performing arts as well as liberal arts. And the Shakala Utsav of this year on the theme Sintamani was showcased last week in the Zoom platform. Sabash, the incubation center for entrepreneurs, in the dream of making 25 entrepreneurs in 2025, takes care of the skill-based education to the entrepreneurs. And I'm happy and proud and thankful to our secretary for having 12 mentoring sessions personally to all the budding entrepreneurs of our college. CSI and ICT Academy. I'm happy to share that we have won the Best Accredited CSI Student Chapter Award for the 2 consecutive years, 2018 and 2020. And we do offer all the workshops and other courses of ICT Academy to our students. SheCell, it concentrates on giving lectures on gender sensitization. And this year we have initiated a cell called as Equal Opportunity Cell on the 8th of February with the aim to infuse unity in diversity among students, teaching and non-teaching staff, and to eliminate the perception of discrimination. Scale, a Sashun Civil Aspirant in Leadership Empowerment. I'm happy to say that 65 students of our college have taken up the preliminary test. Out of that, 16 were shortlisted for a personality test through Kingsmakers IAS Academy. I am very happy to share that Ms. Uma Devi from the Department of Psychology, Ms. Murra from the Department of Mathematics, and Ms. Bhargavi from the Department of Commerce will be sponsored to take up the entire civil service program by our management. And it is in the thirst to create leaders of tomorrow. Sports wing is also very active, and many webinars, fitness classes, FDPs have been conducted by the sports department. I'm happy to share that Ms. Pavitra of our college received an award of ₹1 lakh from the former Chief Minister for her laurels in the Kho during her school education. Archery is a dream, and it is a patriotic move of our management to win a gold in the Olympics 2024. It has created an history, the first women archer of Tamil Nadu to get selected for National Olympic Trials, which was held in Pune in the year 2020. The team got selected and represented India in 2 indoor World Cup championships in Thailand and in France. The college archery team is determined and dedicated to create Olympic history in the near future. The management has been generous enough to sponsor the scholarship of 81,10,285, and the beneficiaries are the 300 students, and the various scholarship which the college offers is being projected on the screen for your concern. IQAC and ISO always ensures that there is no deviation in quality, and we also ensure there is quality enhancement. These are some of the programs that has been conducted by our IQAC and ISO. Placement. This year, we could place 312 students and 125 students are shortlisted, and we are also awaiting for many more companies to come into the campus. Sashan Sukada, a counseling cell, always ensures that the mental health of the staff and students are being protected, and they say that we are there to listen to you and give you some solutions. Student Council has been very active throughout the year, and these were the programs conducted by our Students Council as well as the department secretaries. Sasha Knowledge Center is a center which takes care of the faculty improvement program. Our faculty have presented 35 papers in various conferences, attended 37 workshops, and I'm happy to share with you all that 55 of our faculty have attended 28 days program, 10 hours every day for 28 days, which was conducted by various universities across India. I am also happy to share that 6 of our faculty members have been conferred doctorate degree in the School of Commerce, Science, Humanities, and Language. Centers of Excellence is the USP of the college, and the center, the 3 centers, Center of Excellence in Retail, Media, Entertainment and Communication, Art and Culture, ensures that they develop skill development programs and offer to the students as well as to the neighborhood to ensure that the skill education is being given. These are the programs. Please go back to the previous slide. Yeah, these were the programs conducted by the 3 centers during the year 2020-21. Thank you. The college has been continuously upgrading itself in the infrastructure, and I'm happy to say that we have a full-fledged session newsroom as well as an amphitheater, which is coming up very fast. In the month of July, you will all be having opportunity to come and enjoy the amphitheater as well as the newsroom and take the utmost benefit of it. Usually, our college day report runs for 20 pages. This year too, it is not 20, 25 pages. When we look back, we feel very happy that we have not compromised on anything except for quality enhancement. What we presented here is just a highlight. As we have time constraint, we thought that we will present the highlight. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Albert Einstein. Yeah, it is true. As the quote says, even this toughest situation, all our teaching, non-teaching staff, and our sessions have turned the obstacles into opportunity, which is the backbone for the growth of our college. I take immense pleasure in thanking our management for being the pillar of support to us and ensuring that everything is provided to us during the pandemic, including our salaries. And hence, I think we could make it happen. Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for the detailed presentation of the college report, ma'am. We are now about to witness the release of the college magazine through a short video. you so much. I now request the esteemed guest of the day, Mr. Raj Chalibal, to deliver the College Day address.
Thank you so much. It's first of all an amazing honor because Shasun College is not, I don't treat Shasun as just another college. I've been there many times and I've interacted with Mr. Abhay and Madam Principal and others. It's truly an honor because I can see that you translate ideas into action. I mean, when I was a young guy, I used to be an idealist. I did theoretical physics and so on. But today my job involves, it's basically no point talking ideas. It has to be translated into action. So I know that as a chief guest, I'm supposed to give you an inspiring speech and all that, but we meet under very different circumstances. And I'm going to keep it very informal because we're all part of a family. And there are enough videos, inspiring videos on YouTube if you really need inspiration. What I care about is that increasingly, by the way, I've got kids who are just finished college. And what I would like to see my kids and the youngsters and everybody for that matter, you don't have to be young to do this, is how do we translate ideas and visions into actual action? As an Indian, I am very proud of my country. I am very proud of what we have achieved. We've struggled through so many ups and downs. But one thing frustrating for me is that there's too much vision and too many ideas. And now, thanks to WhatsApp and YouTube, it's become very easy for everybody to become a visionary and everybody to become a fountain of ideas. But very few people are able to actually do anything about it. And this is one of the things I like about Shasun, because youngsters there are taught to not simply sit in an armchair and give ideas to each other, but to say, okay, how do I solve each other's problem? How do we solve social problem? How do we solve business problems? Because in a modern world with access to internet, everybody can be a genius, right? Doesn't take much to become a genius today. And this is even more relevant in the situation we are in right now. And I feel on an amazingly joyful day that so many youngsters are graduating, it is also a kind of a little bit of a sad and cautionary day because we are in the middle of a pandemic. But instead of feeling sad, I think we should try to see if we can take inspiration and see how do we solve problems, how do we prevent problems. And I don't have great insights. So what I will do is I'll just stick to my experience, and hopefully through that you will be inspired a little bit. But before that, I'm a big believer in color pictures because see, most people have difficulty imagining a better future. From my experience of 20 years or so of working in this kind of field, especially in a country like India, where there's so much chaos and so much, and over the years we have built a lot of cynicism, right? So, sir, onnum panna mudiyadhu sir, ella nadaka poradilla, neenga summa edho pesittu irukeenga. And typically people like me will immediately say, sir, London, Paris, Singapore, Japan. So I used to, 15 years ago, I used to hear this all the time. Sir, neenga edho Japan patti pesringa, London patti pesringa, we are India. So the question, my task is not actually engineering.
Now today everybody is talking about Monty Bazaar. Whole world.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what I want to get to. And sometimes youngsters need to feel the same way. That is, so for many years, what I heard was, sir, London, Paris. And it's just not me, by the way. I'll get to that part very importantly. It may sound, if I'm saying these stories, it'll sound like I did it all by myself. It's a very important point I'm going to make later on. But I just want to show you a few color pictures and then give you my gyan about how, if you're going to take my job and do it. And I'm hoping that many of the youngsters who are coming out of Shasun will do my job. And that's my sincere hope, because India needs a lot of people who can work hard, be resilient, be persistent, and don't take no for an answer, and imagine big, and at the same time try to translate it into something interesting. I'll just show you a very quick bunch of pictures. I don't know if I don't know if you're able to see the picture. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, able to see.
Okay. Sorry. So anyway, I'll run. I know we have shortage of time, so I'll run through this very quickly. This used
No, we
to
have enough
simple.
time, sir. We would like to hear you fully.
Sure, sir. Okay, fine. Okay, long story short, when we started this work, so I was in an NGO.
Oh, it's okay not to be so mean about it. You're right. I'm sorry.
Okay. Long back, like I said, told you, remember when we started off thinking we'll want to transform Chennai, make it into a great place. So the question decided what field. Every problem you can imagine is there in India. So a lot of people got together and said, okay, let's do transportation. So transportation means what? In an armchair perspective, everybody will say airport sari pannalam, we can airport lende fast ஆவறதுக்கு வழி பார்ப்போம், etc., right? So here is my first advice to youngsters. Don't get out of the armchair, and no matter what the climate is outside, walk. Okay. Whether you're feeding poor children, whether you are into, see, business people probably do that. How do they know who's going to buy your product? Where you can't sit in your house and keep imagining things, right? You have to go do market research. One of the problems in social and these kinds of governance area is that most of us are making policy, not policy, but trying to change the world from our air-conditioned rooms. So first thing, especially if you're young, you can afford to get out of your room, walk through garbage, walk through sewage, walk through poor parts of the city, because many of us probably are not very poor. Many of us are probably very well off. So we need to face hands-on what the other people in the society are going through. Otherwise, what will happen is, see, I'm being very casual here because that's how I communicate. Imagine you're going in an AC car. Everybody on the road looks like an idiot, right? Say, that fool is crossing the road at the wrong place. That cycle guy is a fool. In the bike, everybody is a fool except you, right? And I always tell people, you please get out of the car, walk and see if you're able to walk on the side of the road, or see if you're able to use the metro rail, see if you're able to cross the road, feel the pain of the other people, so that it gives you great insight into what is the reality versus what you're imagining. So it doesn't matter, this is my field, but you may tomorrow be in some Kenya doing child nutrition. You may be in Timbuktu doing something else. You may be anywhere, Sweden or Delhi or Mumbai. Point is, if you don't know what the reality is, how are you going to change it, right? You attack reality with an open mind. So this picture that you're seeing is the reality of Pondi Bazaar a few years ago. Now, you can't simply say electricity department in London and all that. You first go look at what the reality is. And then you realize, okay, you know what, then only you realize, okay, there's a different department called electricity department. Then you'll start understanding who's doing garbage, who's doing traffic, who's doing buses. Otherwise, everything looks like there is some bunch of very all-powerful bureaucrats are sitting there. They should be doing it. It is mayor's job, or it is minister's job, it is, Shasan College principal or, this store and the store. So point is, we don't know the reality. That this is the starting point of a lot of India's problem, because many of us are too scared to step out and face reality, and then because it's too intimidating. Yeah, if you're in Singapore or London, the atmosphere there is so amazing that you can happily have a chai, walk around, talk to your children, parents. The no pollution, nobody's honking at you. So you are very, very comfortable. You don't have to think at all. Everybody has done the thinking for you. But if you're going to make change in India, it is very intimidating. So today, if you were to say, I'm going to fix Corona problem, it's very intimidating because you don't even know where to start, right? Same thing if you say transportation, same thing with water. If you want to solve Chennai's water problem, where are you going to start? So my point is, first step is to strengthen your mind. More than anything, strengthening the mind, it's like going to the gym, right? If you don't go to the gym, if you simply sit in your armchair and say I'm doing exercise, that's not going to make a difference. So similarly, you need to strengthen your mind, because it takes a lot of stamina, energy, mental muscle to be able to bring about change. And I'm talking on behalf of all the people in this world who are trying to make small or big changes. This is my understanding, this is my own experience. So first thing, step out of your house, go smell the reality, feel the reality, see the reality. all with an open mind.
Stamina, energy, mental muscle to be able to bring about change. And
I think somebody's mic is on. I think, yeah, okay. So anyways, that's my first step. So I'll just show you. So then you have to imagine a better world, right? I think mine got muted. Anyway, so the next step is to say, okay, in all my seminars, what I do is I say in the next 1 hour when I'm going to speak to you and show you color pictures, just assume everything is possible. Let's assume you have all the power in the world, to make all kinds of changes in the world. And this is extremely important, believe me. Otherwise, what happens is that before even we imagine things, we start thinking negative things, or somebody will do negative things to you. They say, "Sir, panna mudiyadhu. In the department varamatanga." So this electricity box is my favorite example, where when we used to start about 2007-8, when we were trying to do footpath projects, already people said, "Illam panna mudiyadhu." Then when footpaths started happening, a lot of people used to come and say that, "Sir, in the paranga, because of these kinds of boxes, people are not able to walk on a footpath. But no matter what you do, the electricity box guy will not come. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. Don't waste your life here. Go do something else." Okay. So my point is that mental muscle will come handy when you, first of all, understand reality better than others. So when you go look at the reality, don't simply walk around. You need to be able to observe and do homework. If you're an architect, for example, if somebody says anga edalla, you should be able to say, "Sir, anga 2 meter அந்த பக்கம் இருக்கு, அங்க இது பண்ணலாம். இந்த பாக்ஸ் எடுத்து இங்க வைக்கலாம்." Which means you have actually done homework. You're not a lazy person. You have actually gone on the road. You have done the homework. Same thing with child nutrition. Same thing for teacher training. Same thing for child education. Don't get me. I'm not generalizing only for transportation, by the way. This is a way of life I'm talking about, where you need to do more homework than the negative person, to be able to convince that person to say, "Look, I've done my homework. Please come with me to the road. I'll show you, inge eppadi pannalam." So point is, you have to do your homework first at open-minded reality consumption. Then you do your homework, and this is where I come in to the next important point, is that no one man or woman can achieve pretty much anything. I mean, I know our movies or books will make you sound as if there's always one hero guy or one heroine who does all kinds of amazing things. Believe me, at least my experience is that if you are in a leadership position, your only job is to build a network of good people, competent people, experts, etc., etc. Because think of somebody like me, right? I am not an electricity expert. I am not a footpath expert. I'm not a transportation expert. You show me this tree and that tree, I can't even differentiate it between two trees, right? But what is good is that our team has a huge number of experts and good people who are willing to work hard. And when I say team, I don't mean a team who's sitting right next to me. This is where the trick is in doing these kinds of jobs. You over the years, you have to build a network of institutions, organizations, bureaucrats, NGO people, etc., because you don't know when these people come handy, and it's a common cause. It's not like you're doing this for your own house or your own office. This is a common city problems, which means you have to be able to bring in others into the network to say, "Hey, here is a common problem that we're trying to solve. Can you contribute to it?" Which means you let's assume you have built that network. So for example, in our network, we have amazing bureaucrats who, no matter which position they are in, they get transferred, but doesn't matter. They're always trying to help us because they are committed to the same idea. There are NGO people. There are colleges like you. I mean, I remember coming to Shasun long ago, and a lot of youngsters came and did surveys for us and so on. So it could be educational institution. There are NGOs who are part of us, for example, who year after year, they can't show anything progress. Every year they'll only show, they're not able to show any progress, yet they were committed to that topic, right? So your network has to be gigantic. And so, by the way, some of it is international networks. There are people sitting in other countries trying to help us. So it takes time and patience to build that network, to say, I alone cannot do anything. There's nothing you and I can as alone can do, but together as a network, we can do a lot. Now the problem comes, how do you manage the network? this is where you have to be very charitable and patient and so on. So imagine if when I was in my City Connect job, if I go on media every day and say, who will want to cooperate with me, right? So sometimes others will get credit, sometimes you will get credit, sometimes the wrong person will get credit. You cannot be worried about all those things. You always have to keep that long-term objective in mind. Because your immediate credit or your seeing your name in the paper is not the most important thing. It is transformation of this picture. I'm not changing this picture because I want you to actually see it, to understand that this box wasn't moved by me or a corporation commissioner or one man or one woman. So I'll show you pictures later. But the point is that it takes a lot of open-mindedness and patience and affection towards each other to be able to manage that team, because people are touchy. Experts can be touchy, academics can be touchy. I did all the work and you got the credit, kind of problems come in. Your photograph came in the media, you got the credit, will come in. So you need to be able to become, one of my job, for example, is the cheerleader job. When people get depressed, I have to cheer them up, saying that, look, keep the objective in mind, don't worry about short term ups and downs. So what you did for your own brain, the mental stamina, mental muscle building, you need to do that for your entire network, because it's not a simple one-man marathon or one-woman marathon. It's a team marathon. If everybody doesn't marathon forward, then you don't succeed, right? So now that you've built your team, I'll show you what we were able to achieve, and I won't get into too many pictures. That, by the way, look at that. This is the same electricity box. And I keep joking that nothing in India is a straight line. But if you go to Pondi Bazaar, you'll see that many things, trees and everything else is in a straight line as per architect diagram, which is, I must say, it's somewhat of an achievement. But then one day I'll come to your office, probably, give you a long seminar on these things. But today I'll keep it short. The point is, this box was moved not by one man or one woman or one organization. It was moved by a network over many years. It got moved overnight probably, but the point is the process happened over 10-15 years of struggles of various people, including politicians, including NGOs, bureaucrats who put a lot of effort into this. Then they get transferred, they feel sad, but then they go to a new place and try to help. So the lesson is that if you do your part, a lot of people come forward to help you. You don't have to struggle. Initially it's a struggle. You'll be surprised how many people come and try to join your network and try to help you. Okay, so that's the positive message I would like to give. And as I think many of you youngsters may have seen all this, this is pre-COVID, and I'm hoping soon we'll be lucky enough to get to a point where there'll be everyday party, meaning margari and singing and dancing and storytelling on these areas. So the point is that electricity box and that garbage and horrible place became something like this. And this is one of my proudest evenings where youngsters were sitting and standing and singing, because this is what you would see in New York City or London or Paris. The beauty is that now we are able to do this in our own city in a small way. Then I'll just quickly show you in a long seminar. I would have given you a lot of time to think, what is this, etc. The point again is this. Okay, this is actually not a playground with garbage. This is actually a water body. Same process, same thing. We said, let's restore this water body. So first thing people say, sir, water body, enga water body illiye. Then they'll say, sir, allam panna mudiyadhu sir, or makkal sari illa, Chennai makkal sari illa, no point fixing water body, they're going to destroy it anyway. So my point is, your job is to be the cheerleader, not a foolish cheerleader saying, ellarme Mars polam, Venus polam. That's not the point. Things which can be done. I mean, fixing water body, fixing footpath is not going to Mars. Everybody in the world has done it. At least if we can't even do that, then what's the point? So realistically showing a vision to people, and not simply staying in a vision, saying that, showing a pathway for others to say, hey, if you take these steps forward, we will get to a better point. So anyway, long story short, right now we have fixed about 210 water bodies across the city, thanks to corporation, thanks to various other agencies. And what could not be done, we have now done 210 plus about 50, 60 temple tanks have been done. So, so anyway, there are a lot of these water bodies. I'll stop at that. But then finally, just a quick thing. One of the things, again, I think one very important thing, at least in my job, is you need to think scalability. So there are two kinds of people from what I can see, right? One, people who react immediately. If there's a starving child, they immediately will feed. If there's a tree required, they'll immediately plant a tree. Then there are people like me who are very lazy. I don't want to get up Sunday morning and go plant that. I want to sleep. But I'm joking. But the point is, my obsession is how do we scale? Because our city, for example, has 80 lakh people. So no point you and me, simply 5 people doing something, which is good. I mean, start somewhere. I'm not suggesting don't start. But the point is, at least my obsession, and I'm hoping many of you youngsters will also think, is that think of India as it's a 1 point some billion people country. No point us feeling good about some small achievement inside our house or inside our college or something. The question is, how do we scale? And the moment you think scalability, your brain and your team and the society reacts very differently. If you think of planting just one tree, you will think a certain way, right? Because you will say, okay, naam panna, and I got up in the morning, and Sunday morning, I dug up a hole, I bought a plant, I watered the plant. It's all I, right? But if I ask you, how do you plant 1 crore tree in Chennai? You can't then come back and say, nah, Sunday morning eindrika poren, Monday eindrika poren. That becomes that's a silly answer then, right? So what happens is that then you need to be able to think very differently. Then you'll immediately start saying, okay, can I talk to Mr. Abhay Jain and figure out, okay, let's get the industry involved. Let's talk to Saravana store and see, can we get the vendors involved? Okay, let's talk to the bureaucrats and see, in the maram varapodi, 1 crore tree, where are you going to get the tree from in the first place? But you don't have money. So you'll say, okay, let's go to CSR and see if we can raise funds. So your way of thinking will be so different compared to that one tree you thought you were a great achievement of planting, which is a great achievement, by the way. Believe me, it is a great achievement. Just doing one thing itself is a great achievement. That's the starting point for great things. But the point is, think scalability, because our problems are so big that we cannot feel complacent going to a seminar and then saying, oh, now we did this, I did that. You need to think scalability. If India is going to become a better place, if Chennai is going to be a great city, if our cities are going to be great quality of life for especially the poor, it's easy for us to buy a car and drive around and stay in a nice apartment. Think of the poor, think of scalability. How are you going to make sure that all the children of our society are going to be amazingly educated and going to Shasun College and other places? So think scalability. This is just a advice, and how you come up with this, of course, different styles are there, different personality. 2 more quick points I'll make. This is something I've done this always. Don't compartmentalize knowledge. So people, especially in India, what we have this tendency saying that our engineer da manuvaru, you're a doctor, or accountant. There's no such thing. The universe is, I think, 13.5 billion years old, right? So knowledge to me is a continuum. There's nothing stops you from reading about neurobiology or in child nutrition, or especially today with all the YouTube and whatnot, there is no excuse for you to not know something if you're interested in it, right? And the reason why I'm talking about this is that my job, I realized in the last few years, this water body picture I just showed you, right? If you ask any expert, they will give you 10,000 different opinions, and no two experts can agree with each other, right? So if it is just one man or one woman expert doing something, is no big deal. They can just go fix everything. The problem is, these problems are so big and complex that your job is to build a consensus among experts and stakeholders and rich people, poor people. Pakatla veedu katnava, he'll have opinion. Pakatla farming pantravana, he'll have a completely different opinion. Historian will say something completely different. So if you don't understand, I'm not suggesting you have to become an expert on everything, which is a bad idea. You'll never get anywhere. Point is, either you be an expert on something and you be really good at it with an open mind, or nowadays the theory is that generalists do very well in life because world is too complex to be specialized in just one topic. So maybe you may look at this as a water body, but then you have to start asking yourself, what are the different philosophies and sciences that go into a water body, from psychology, sociology, what kind of people should have access. There's a history of access, denial of access, etc., etc. I mean, it gets endless, right? So you need to have enough knowledge about these topics for you to be able to at least assemble that expert and be able to build a consensus. If two experts are disagreeing with each other, it becomes probably your job to build a consensus saying at least 80% of the pannu. Okay, you don't need to do 100% right away. 80% of the panni mudipom, then the reality will become even clearer. Then we'll have better information to get to 90%. And by the way, I'm not a perfectionist. I hate the concept of doing everything 100% because I know in our country, in this world, doing everything perfect 100% just cannot, it's mathematically impossible in my mind. Because we don't have enough information to, and the problem is when people aim for imperfection, they don't do anything because they feel intimidated enough to not start anywhere because they're in their head, they're not reached perfection. Anyway, long story short, the point is, keep your mind open. And we are all, some of us are luckily you're not able to see my picture, you'll know how old I am, and some of us are old, but old or young or is irrelevant. Knowledge is continuum. Keep learning. There's no excuse for not understanding subjects, etc. And there's no shame in not knowing stuff. There's no shame in admitting that you don't know a particular subject, and that's the starting point of knowing stuff. And unless you know a little bit about a lot of different things, you cannot solve complex problems. Okay. And the last challenge I'm giving you, and I think thanks to people like Mr. Abhay Jain and all, you probably have a golden opportunity coming very soon. I showed you pictures of Pandi Bazaar and whatnot. Why not take graduation as a challenge? And now you will maybe be sitting at home in summer, waiting for admissions and so on. Help the city, help Shasun College, help the stakeholders around your college to say, can we make that area one of the best places in Chennai, where people should say, my God, let's Shasun Pannitanga Namalum Pannuvome, and I can see Abhay clapping because he's from the day I know him, he's a very dynamic man. He's no, doesn't seem to be in his vocabulary. So I'm sure youngsters have been inspired by that. I think take this as a challenge. Next 3 months, COVID, no COVID. I'm not saying what you should do. That is up to you. Depends on how bad things are with COVID. Then you help COVID issues. If everything is better and if you can fix and beautify that area, do that. If you have to go to Tondiarpet or Tiruvamur to do some work, do it. My point is, take this as a graduation gift to yourself and next 3 months or so, step out of the room, step out of your college and actually smell and see the reality, and don't stop at that, change it. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Raj Cherwalji. We are really inspired by the way of ignited the minds of the students. I just want to add, before you leave, I just want to add a small story here, which happened with me in
Sir?
Sir, you are muted.
Mute.
Yeah. It was such a pathetic situation that, the cremation ground, and it was raining that day on August 15, 1991, to take my father for cremation. And that was the day I decided that I will change the face of the crematorium in T Nagar. And I approached the commissioner the next few days after that. I had approached the commissioner. And commissioner laughed at me and he said that, look, it's a public property. Don't think that it's private property. You can do something about it. I said, why don't I allow me to maintain it at least? Then he reluctantly agreed to open a tender and said that if you apply for it, we'll get it. And I applied for it, and foolishly I applied one with myself. I was the only applicant. Then he taught me that at least 2-3 people should apply. So again, retender was done. And today, I'm proud to tell you that crematorium is one of the best crematoriums in probably Chennai city. And what I'm trying to tell you is that you have changed the face of Pandi Bazaar and made it a model street in the entire country. And the people should get inspired by the kind of hard work which one individual can change, or one individual can change the society's mind. Now, previously, Raj Cherubal was doing himself. Today's students, you must learn, the entire India is after him now. Please come to our city. Please come to our city. But it has come only because of the hard work which has gone through. So there's nothing which can stop you. Even Corona cannot stop you. Corona has not stopped you from having your hand.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
So, Raj Cherubal, we are proud
Thank
of
you, sir.
and we are committed to make the
And we are here, like we have discussed earlier. We are here to work with you and your team, and hopefully we can do some amazing work for the
bus
city.
terminus to vegetable market to the college to the Ranganathan Street. We can make a whole lot of difference in the entire atmosphere, sir.
And to the entire city, sir.
Balaji, yes. Bala sir, you have really inspired us. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Reintroducing Raj Cherubal. Raj Cherubal ji, I discussed with him some 15 years ago.
Sir, all your dreams, all the passion is coming to work, sir. Because Raj Cherubal, sir, is actually one of the change makers, and he's a silent man who has done all the changes. As he said, no credits he has been taking, and he's allowing everyone else to take the credit. But that is where the changes started happening in the entire city of Chennai. It's not only T Nagar. We can see lots of changes across Chennai. And with the coming years, with all the support, sir, with your support and all the other industry team members whom you are onboarding, I am sure all the dreams and all the hard work that Raj Cherubal sir has been putting in will come true. And we will make it a better place to all of us to live and all our next generations to enjoy also.
So from the college side, I assure that the 4,000 students and 200 staff members are with sir, and we will do the best to see to it that our neighborhood is clean and hygienic and even aesthetically very happy.
Under
Beautiful,
the guidance
sir.
of Raj Cherubal ji.
Yes, sir, under his guidance. I just
Thank
would
you,
like to
ma'am.
tell the
And,
audience, 1 minute. I just would like to tell the audience our associate secretary has joined, but I think there was a tremendous technical problem that he has faced. He has quit, but we are trying to bring him back to the studio. Once he comes, we will have a special address also. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And I apologize that I have to leave because we've been given some big tasks yesterday. But as you always know, we are there in spirit and mind and any way possible with those youngsters. I wish them the best of luck in life, but in return for having given this online talk, I am demanding as a father figure or as a friend that they do something for us, for the city, and look forward to working with all of you soon. So I have to leave now. We will be catching up very soon.
I really appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord. Bye.
Thank you, sir. I now request our esteemed, respected Secretary, Sir Shri Abhay Shri Cherubal Ji, to deliver the presidential address.
Good afternoon to all the students, and good day to one and all present here. I mean, you're all going through the very challenging situations the country is going through, or this entire world is going through. Particularly for India now, in the month of May, when we have the hottest sun, we have the hottest topic also really chasing us and making all our energies to sap and not get to what we want to do. But every challenge throws an opportunity. And this is what we should really grab and run with it. And students, we have given you the best of the possible knowledge, skills to develop yourself into a holistic person to face the world. And a lot of students have achieved very well in their career, in spite of the challenges what they have faced. The academic excellence what the college has achieved is phenomenal. The faculties have really given their time. Faculties have inspired the students in spite of all the difficulties. I really bow my head to all the faculties to see that the student spirit is not gone down. I mean, college is committed to be the best, give you the best ambience possible to explore your talents, ideas through Shakala Utsav, or with writing UPSC exams, or becoming entrepreneurs, or becoming a solid personality in the community. The knowledge and the experience that the students gain in a college is immense. The students not just learn lessons here, but also make thousands of memories that we cherish for a lifetime. This day reminds us of the college, of the knowledge we have gained, the skills that we improve, the lessons learned, and the memories made throughout the academic year 2021. It was a very challenging year, but the uniting efforts of both the faculties and the students have made it possible for us. On this occasion, I would like to congratulate the students, faculties, administrations, everyone who have contributed, who have succeeded and who have been rewarded by the society. And like, you know, we have had 5 or 6 doctorates, students getting recognition, and the faculty is getting recognition, and the ICT giving us the recognition. All these are part of the achievement. But the college, what you will come back and see, I can promise you that when you come back in 2021, when you come to the college, you will find a different college. You will find a different ambience. The ambience provided by our advisor Bala sir and his friend Sridhar ji to make the college atmosphere the most lively atmosphere. I don't think you will find this in any other college. I'm not saying the entire college committee has also helped us, like, you know, Ashok ji or my wife Usha. They have all been very supportive of all the actions we take. And we are committed to ensure that the faculties are also equally put at comfort, though the fees have not come from many of the students, but still it is, you know, we have ensured that we pay the 100% of the salaries to the students. So you all please understand that the college is working only by the students, for the students, and of the students. So if you don't understand this, I think this is something which I have nothing else to say, but to say that we will still continue to work for the betterment of yours and your life. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for always playing the role of a guiding star. You always strived and committed yourself to the betterment of the college and that of the faculty and students, and we'll ever be grateful to you for that. I now request our beloved management member, Srimati Ushabai Srishimal, to share a few words.
Ma'am can unmute herself, ma. We have made her a host.
Yes, ma'am.
A very good day to one and all. I feel very happy to observe the dedication and efforts put in by our staff and students to conduct all the activities virtually amidst the pandemic. Though we are away physically, activities like these makes us rejoice and get connected with all. We pray that the pandemic gets over soon and we are all together on the campus to celebrate the activities for the academic year 2021 and 22. My hearty congratulations to all the achievers. May God bless the entire team of Sashun Jain College, and thank you very much for the opportunity given to me. I wish all the best of luck to one and all, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's now time for the most awaited prize distribution. The first
Thank you, Usha ji, for coming on screen. Thank you very much.
No, I didn't notice that my
Oh,
My
Did
screen
you
was
guys
off. I'm very sorry.
thank you, ma'am.
Thank you once again, ma'am.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
The first set of awards are for our ever hardworking faculty who have dedicated their years here in this esteemed institution. For 15 glorious years of completion, Dr. S. Rukmani, Vice Principal, Mr. V. Damodaran, Office Coordinator. For 10 long years of completion, Dr. S. Aarti, Head of the Department, Dr. A. Umarani, Head of the Department, Dr. S. Sridevi, Assistant Professor, Dr. V. Anuradha, Assistant Professor, Dr. K. S. Arambalathanayagi, Head of the Department, Ms. V. Saroja Choradia, Assistant Professor, Ms. S. Tamarai Kannammal, Senior Technical Assistant, Mr. M. Babu, Assistant Estate Manager. For 5 years of completion, Ms. S. Chandini, Ms. S. Shakti, Ms. C. R. Rupa, Ms. Shobana Padmanabhan, Ms. B. Geeta Ramani, Ms. A. J. Premalata, Ms. P. Vidya, Ms. V. Venkateswari, Ms. R. Aparna, and Ms. M. Muthulakshmi as Assistant Professors, and Ms. N. Rajamatangi, Accounts Assistant.
Next category, staffs with 100% subject results, November 2019. From School of Commerce, PG and Research Department of Commerce, Dr. S. Padmavati, Dr. S. Rukmani, Dr. C. K. Teepa, Ms. K. Vijayalakshmi, Dr. G. K. Lavanya, Ms. C. Vasanti. From BCom Honors, Dr. V. Chitra, Ms. P. Akhilandeshwari, Ms. D. Pratibha, and Dr. V. Mary Diana. From BCom General, Dr. B. Anuradha, Ms. D. Aruna, Ms. S. Shakti, Ms. S. Sukirtana, Dr. S. Valli, Dr. S. Shanbagavalli, Ms. C. R. Rupa, Dr. B. Kavita, Dr. R. Lakshmi, Dr. Sundaramina Sendil, Ms. M. Malati, Ms. M. Muthulakshmi, and Ms. K. Nandini. From BCom A&F, Ms. K. Chitra, Dr. A. Jayalakshmi, Dr. M. Selina Muthurani, Ms. E. Gokila, Ms. G. Anita, Ms. P. Shobana, Dr. K. Angayakani, Ms. N. Meenakshi, Dr. K. Rajalakshmi, Ms. M. Mahalakshmi, and Ms. M. Ragini. From BCom CS, Ms. B. Geeta Raman, Ms. B. Geeta Ramani, Dr. K. Tamalarasi, Dr. G. Srividya, and Ms. A. J. Premalata. From BCom BM, Ms. M. Banureka, Ms. P. Karpagam, Ms. K. Purani, and Ms. S. Dhanalakshmi. From BBA, Dr. J. Lata and Ms. G. Vaishnavi. From School of Science, PG and Research Department of Computer, X. Jo Suganya, Dr. G. Huma Maheshwari, Dr. B. Srividya. From BSc Computer Science, Dr. S. T. Deepa, Dr. B. Gomati, Dr. S. Sridevi, Ms. N. Reena, Ms. N. M. Kavita, and Dr. S. Prasanna. From BSc Maths, Ms. A. Sabika Fatima. From BCA, Dr. M. Anita Indu, Ms. V. Vidya, Ms. K. Suma, Ms. K. Vani, Ms. R. Revati, Ms. K. Abhirami, and Ms. A. Jyoti. From BSc Viscom, Ms. Arya Haridas, Ms. K. Nirmala Devi, Mr. B. Kalekovin, Ms. M.S. Abhi, Mr. A. Ebenezer. From MA Journalism, Ms. M. Shanbagam and Ms. K. Suguna. From School of Language, Tamil, Dr. R. Geeta, Ms. M. Parameshwari, Ms. T. Vasugi, Ms. N. Uma Maheshwari, Ms. R. Nagarani, and Dr. S. Anandi. From Hindi, Dr. Saroj Singh. From Sanskrit, Dr. S. Anisha. From English, Dr. S. Santosh Mita, Ms. T. Karpagam, Ms. K. Gayatri, Ms. S. Shantini, Ms. Rohini Unikrishnan, Ms. V. Gayatri, Ms. M. Mohanapriya, and Ms. R. Subha Jasmine. From School of Jainology, Dr. Gyan Jain, Ms. D. Reshma, Ms. Sunita Bhatia, and Dr. Rajal Barundia Jain.
The ISIC student volunteers, Ms. Himmalini S, BCom ANF, ISEC OGU Project Nepal, Ms. Abhinaya U, BCom ANF, ISEC OGU Project Nepal, Ms. Khushbu Sipani, BCom ANF, ISEC OGU Project Indonesia, Ms. Divyashri G, BCom CS, ISEC OGU Project Vietnam, Miss Janani D, BCom BM, ISEC OG Project Nepal. Miss Rajeshwari R from BBA, Miss Vityalakshmi D, BBA, Miss Subiksha B, BSc Mathematics, Miss Swarsha K, BSc Psychology, Miss Sarvamangla PS, BSc Psychology, Miss Divyalakshmi S, BSc Visual Communication for the ISEC OGU Project Nepal, and Miss Yasmin A, BA English for ISEC OGU Project Vietnam.
Student Council of the Year 2020 to 21. Chairperson Srivara Mangechi from BA English. Vice Chairperson Vibha D from BSc Viscom. Event Organizer Sujitra G from BSc CS. Event Organizer Shreya Sumaira Nandivada from BCom BM. Cultural Secretary Nirali J. Shah from BBA. Cultural Secretary Aishwarya P. from BCA. Discipline in Charge Yamuna SS from BCom A&F. Discipline in Charge Shritika N from BCom A&F. Sports Secretary Vaishnavi S from BSc Maths. Sports Secretary Ganga Shri S from BCom General. Placement Secretary Pragati Srinivasan from BBA. Placement Secretary Vedika Jain from BCom General. Health Secretary Haridashni Balaji from BSc Psychology. Health Secretary Sibita Madhavan from BSc ID and D. The Department Secretaries Sanjana E from BCom General. Supraja Narayanan from BCom General. Swati R from BCom A&F. Priyadashni V from BCom A&F. Dilsha S from BCom CS. Appana Venkatachalam from BCom CS. Rupashri B from BCom Honors. K. Rishita Priyalakshmi from BCom BM. Parvati B from BCom CA. Abhilasha Chand from BBA. Lavanya D from BSc CS. Nivedita D from BSc Maths. Dharani G. Sekaran from BSc Psychology. Yogeshwari KVD from BCA. Jayashri V from BCA. Varsha Singhvi J from BSc Viscom. Anchal M. Jain from BSc ID and D. Kavya R from BA English. G. Niveda from MCom A&F. And Shivanandani S from MCom CS.
Students with 100% attendance for the academic year 2020 to 2021. Tulsi R from 2nd BCom General. Hemalata D from 3rd BCom General. Deepika V 2nd BCom ANF. Aruna Devi K 3rd BCom CS. Himamalini S 2nd BCom CS. Dharma Srinivasan 2nd BCom CS. Nandini Archana D Vora 2nd BCom Honors. Janaki M 2nd BCom Honors. Kartika R 2nd BCom Honors. Harsha B 3rd BCom Honors. Ramya Anjugam 2nd BBA. Mani Meghalai 2nd BSc CS. M Sasikala 2nd BSc Mathematics. B Julie Kumari 2nd BSc Mathematics. S Priyalata 2nd BSc Mathematics. B Bhuvaneshwari 3rd BSc Mathematics. M Pavitra 2nd BCA. V Rasika 3rd BCA. S Ramya 3rd BCA. Revati M 3rd BSc Viscom. And for shift 2, Swati PJ 2nd BCom General. Nandini R 2nd BCom CS. Janani Shri D 2nd BCA. Kirtana Shri R 2nd BCA. Anchal M Jain 3rd BSc Home Science IDND. And Sriniti from 2nd MSc CS.
The multifaceted students of the year 2020 to 21. Dharani G. Sekaran from BSc Psychology Shift 1 and MS Saranya from BCom CS Shift 2.
The student for holistic growth, Shakti Abhirami from BCom ANF Shift 1.
The Proficiency Award winners for the year 2020 to 21. Aishwarya Chandran from 2nd BCom General. Sujata S from 3rd BCom General. Abhinaya SP from 2nd BCom General. Tendril S from 3rd BCom General. Aarti R from 2nd BCom A&F. Srinidhi S from 3rd BCom A&F. Archana B from 2nd BCom A&F. Asha B from 3rd BCom A&F. Shruti N from 3rd BCom CS. Vaijanti Shri RB from 3rd BCom CS. Pavitra R from 2nd BCom CS. Kavya R from 3rd BCom CS. Kritika D 2nd BCom CS. Janaki M 2nd BCom Honors. Rupashri B 3rd BCom Honors. Abhinay Shri P 2nd BCom BM. K Rishita Priyalakshmi 3rd BCom BM. Hasina Banu R 3rd BCom CA. Trishila Patil T 2nd BCom CA. Malvika K 3rd BBA. Ramya Anjugam K 2nd BBA. Sangeeta J 2nd BSc CS. Sharavati K 3rd BSc CS. Pavitra C 3rd BSc Maths. Divya V 2nd BSc Maths. Subhashri B, 2nd BSc Psychology, Sarvamangala PS, 3rd BSc Psychology, Gomati R, 2nd BCA, Akila R, 3rd BCA, Janani Shri D, 2nd BCA, Jayashri V, 3rd BCA, Vibha D, 3rd BSc Viscom, Shanmuga Priya D, 2nd BSc Viscom, Sibita Madhavan, 3rd BSc Home Science ID and D, Roshni Jain, 2nd BSc Home Science ID and D, Forum Ricky Shah, 2nd BA English, Monica S, 3rd BA English, Vijayshri S, 2nd MCom A&F, Tirupura Sundari G, PG and Research Department of Commerce MPhil, Sangeeta G, 2nd MSc CS, Vaishnavi K, PG and Research Department of Computer Science MPhil.
The best outgoing student for the year 2020 to 21, Priyadarshini R from School of Commerce, BCom Honors for Shift 1, Lakshya Merpi A, School of Science, BSc CS for Shift 1, Deepa H, PG and Research Department of Commerce, MCom ANF for Shift 1, Sai Lakshmi R, School of Media and Communication, MA Journalism Shift 1, Pavitra M, School of Commerce, BCom General for Shift 2, J. Shri V, for School of Science, BCA Shift 2, Shri Varamangai G, School of Arts, BA English Shift 2, Sivanandini S, PG and Research, Department of Computer Science, MSc CS for Shift 2.
All-rounders of the year 2020 to 21, Sanjana E, BCom General, Supraja Narayanan, BCom General, Divya B, BCom A&F, Abhisneha J, BCom A&F, Dilsha S, BCom CS, Kavya R, BCom CS, Rupashri B, BCom Honors, Shreya Sumaira Nandiwada, BCom BM, Swati S, BCom CA, Abhilasha Chand, BBA, Subhadarshini, BSc CS, Pavitra C, BSc Maths, Namrita K, BSc Psychology, Pooja Maran T, BCA, Roslyn Hepsiba G, BCA, Vibha D, BSc Viscom, Sibita Madhavan, BSc ID and D, Sneha S, BA English, Soumya K, MCom A&F, Velveri S, MSc CS, and Sai Lakshmi R, MA Journalism. I wish all the prize winners and achievers a hearty congratulations, wishing you all the most and more. Your hard work has paid off and these certificates are proof of that. But don't be downcasted if you did not see your name on the list. Your diligent work will never leave you behind and never stop trying. As the pronounced basketball player Magic Johnson says, in life winning and losing both will happen. What is not acceptable is quitting. Keep up the great things and keep shining. I will now call Ms. Shritika Narendran, the discipline in charge of the Student Council from Shift 2, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good day to everyone present here. The roots of all goodness lie in the soil of appreciation for goodness. I consider it a privilege to propose the vote of thanks to all who have contributed to make this event a grand success. Let us first give our humble thanks to the Almighty for making today's occasion a resounding success. We express our hearty thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Raj Cherubel, CEO of Chennai Smart City Limited, for gracing this occasion. Thank you, sir, for an interesting and motivating speech. We thank our Secretary, sir, Associate Secretary, sir, and the other members of the management for their constant encouragement in all our endeavors. We also express our gratitude to our Madam Principal and our Vice Principal Madam for their moral support and guidance in all our efforts. We express our sincere thanks to the program coordinators, heads of the departments, and faculty members for their enormous contribution. We would also like to thank the technical team for their assistance. We would like to thank our dear students for their cooperation and making this event successful. Once again, I thank you all.
Thank you so much, Shritika. Let us all rise up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
College life fills our memories with great learning, most cherished experiences, awakened spirit, and an overwhelmed heart. As we mark the beginning of our careers and life ahead, I am sure we would bring glory to our family and college. Despite the odds, we, not only as a college, but more like a big family, were able to tackle all the difficulties and successfully complete the academic year 2020 to 21. My sincere thanks to the college management and heartfelt gratitude to the staff who made this hard time seamless. Thank you all for joining us today. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you and hearty congratulations for the successful conduct of the program.